What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Gojira. Yes, indeed, Gojira Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Black3142, and it was also the winner of the Premier Tier Patreon Request Prioritization Poll, winning with 46% of the vote, moving from number 780 in the queue straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. They all want to see me react to this. It is Gojira with a tune called Flying Whales.
It's all a bunch of tree-hugging hippie crap.
Man, you thought hell froze over when you saw flying pigs? Ha ha! Flying whales. Now I've seen everything.
What the hell is going on?
Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, what? You have got to be kidding me. I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Metal Art, okay? And the video has 171,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Gojira, Flying Whales, Pole and Rock Festival. I get it. Pole and Rock. Yeah, okay. 2018 HD. Cool. Wow. 8 minutes and 41 seconds. Oh boy. Okay. Look, you guys know how I feel about longer songs, okay? If it's a great song, if I'm thoroughly entertained, it's well written, well constructed, well executed, it's fun to watch the live show, if everything goes according to plan, it has nothing to worry about. As a matter of fact, I will usually bump it up a couple of notches just because as a long song, it kept me entertained. On the flip side, if it's not well written, if it's not well executed, if I'm bored, if it's just a poorly, if it's just a poor song, I'm gonna hammer it, and I'm gonna hammer it hard. So we'll have to wait and see how this goes. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
How you doing, my friends, today?
First song of the set. Show opener. I like the distortion on the bass. Good tone, not too thick, not too crunchy. Nice cymbal work from the drummer. I like that.
Are you fucking ready? I see a hole right here. Can you guys make it bigger? Are you ready for a gigantic wall of death?
Well,
Make that hole bigger, guys.
we're gonna do a WOD. If you're gonna do a wall of death, get out in the middle, guys.
This is my world.
Here we go. Kind of a sloppy wall of death, if you ask me. Way too many people in the middle, and when they did come together, look, when you do a wall of death, you're supposed to run at each other full speed. That was like a mild jog from everybody involved. Yeah, I give the wall of death, just the wall of death. I give the wall of death about, give it a 3.6. Not the best wall of death I've seen. Actually, it's one of the weakest ones I've seen. Anyway, let's keep going here. So we are decelerating slightly. So on that section we just heard with the double kick, there's gradually decelerando ever so slightly. It's barely noticeable. And they did it both times. So it's intentional. They're intentionally slowing down ever so slightly, progressing through that entire section. Interesting. It definitely gets your attention. It's subtle though. It's not a huge thing. it does add. I mean, it does add overall to the song. So I'll go with it. Sure. Just when you do that, you've all got to be on the same page. Now, granted, look, these help. These definitely help. They got that click going, and then you hear the click start to slow down a little bit, and you're able to follow along with it. You know, that's fine. But without these, it would be a little bit tougher. Can it be done without them? Sure it can. You got to lock in with the drummer, and the drummer's got to kind of take the lead on that. But the click definitely helps as long as everybody has the click going in their ears, which if you're going to use in-ears, guys, look, I'm not going to tell musicians how to set their in-ears, you know, for, you know, and sit there and arrogantly go, oh, this is the way you have to do it. No. I'm not going to be that arrogant, but I am going to say this. As a performer, you really should have the click in your ear. It helps because that's the one thing, it's the one constant that everybody's going to have in their in-ears. So I very highly recommend that if you're going to use in-ears, have the click in your in-ear. It doesn't matter if you're the guitar player, the singer, the drummer, the bass player. It doesn't matter. Have the click there. That way it's just one extra layer of protection that will keep everybody going on the same page, especially if you're going to mess around with tempo like they're doing here. I dig it. I like it. And I like how well executed it was. So good on them. Let's keep going here. Awesome. I was having the hardest time, but it's 4/4. The whole second, the subdivision work is what was kind of, and the accents are what was throwing me off. But at the end of the day, it's 4/4 across the board. Cool. I mean, it's fine. I got no issue with it. a little long in the tooth, but I mean, it okay. Was it long? Yes. Could it have been longer? Absolutely. Am I glad it wasn't longer? Yes. It was starting to drag on and on a little bit, if I'm being honest, but I feel like we're coming into the next part now. We're wrapping it up, so it's fine. Just, I wouldn't go any further if I were them. Yeah. Back into the main riff again.
Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. Dziękuję.
Wait. I thought this was the show opener. Maybe it was the show closer. Oh man, now I'm really confused. I have mixed feelings. I have mixed feelings on this one. There were some things I liked. There were some things I didn't like. So I don't know how this is going to go. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Gojira with Flying Whales. This was a request from Black3142, and it was also the winner of the Premier Tier Patreon Request Prioritization Poll, winning with 46% of the vote, moving from number 780 in the queue straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. Okay. There were things about this I liked, and there were things about this I didn't like. I didn't love anything, and I didn't hate anything either. I was very much kind of like, here's the range, you know, you got your hates and your loves all, you know, and all the way in points in between. This is where I was here. Out of this, I was here. Certain things I liked, certain things I didn't like, and certain things I was just kind of indifferent to. And that's how we ended up coming to the score that I have. And let's just get to it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that a 6.2. Yeah, 6.2. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 6.2. What does that mean? Well, a 6.2 is a pretty good scale rating, okay? So it's a pretty good song. It's getting 3 out of 5 stars, and it's getting a B- letter grade. So, 6.2, pretty good scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Look, there were certain things about the song that I liked. Okay, the musicianship, top notch. Okay, I liked the musicianship. I liked the technique, especially from the drummer. Drummer shows some excellent technique and some very tasteful playing, especially in particular with the cymbal work. Now, I'm not always the biggest fan of cymbal work. As a matter of fact, cymbal work is usually my least favorite thing about drumming. Having said that, though, I gotta say, the cymbal work that he did, it was nice. It was clean, it was well done, and it was tasteful. It wasn't overly done like I see a lot of other drummers do. So I will absolutely give credit where credit's due. The guitar playing, clean. The bass playing, clean. Vocals were well done. Very fitting for the style of the song. The drumming, if I'm being honest, guys, the drumming was the highlight. The drumming was definitely the most impressive part of the whole song. His double kick was tight as tight can be. His fills were nice. The skin work was really nice. But I can't believe I'm saying this, but the cymbal work is what really kind of caught my attention. It was very well done, okay? The songwriting. Now, here's where things are going to kind of go in both directions here. I like the approach of the song. I like the direction of the song. And I like the subdivision work that was happening. There were a number of times where I literally had to close my eyes and really kind of focus in on the subdivision work, because I swear there were times where I felt like we were in like 9/8 or 10/8, and I'm sitting there going, this can't be right. And I had to really zero in, and it turns out it wasn't at all. We were in 4/4 the entire time for the last half of the song. Now there was one section towards the beat, like once the song kicked in, there was one section where we were in 7/4. And I was counting 7. It lined up every single time. So there was that one section where we were in 7/4. But other than that, we were in 4/4, especially that ending section. You saw me close my eyes, and I'm sitting here going, okay, find it. 7/4. Feels like it. I think we're in 7. Let's get, not 7/4, 4/4. I feel like we're in it, but let's make sure. I don't want any distractions. So let's really zero in. And I know it looked like I fell asleep. I didn't. Trust me, I didn't. I would tell you if I zoned out. No, it was, I was just focusing on the count, and because the subdivision work was there was a lot of intricacies happening within the subdivision work, but it was all in 4. We were in 4 though, as far as I could tell. Now maybe I'm wrong. It's very possible, but to me it felt like 4/4 the whole time. So I gotta give credit on the subdivision work. It was clean. It was well done. It was enough to throw me off and make me question myself, but it wasn't so far out that I got completely lost. I was able to find my way, so that's good. On the flip side of it, though, there were times I had to really focus on that and nothing else, which kind of a bummer because it was so well done. That it did kind of, at times, distract me from everything else, so that was kind of a bummer. The biggest thing for me that I was not a fan of was the length of the song. Could they have taken parts and shortened them? I believe they could have. Now, here's the thing. I have a feeling that a number of spaces within the song, a number of parts within the song, were elongated for the sake and for the purpose of the live show. It makes me wonder how long the song is in real life. Like, well, how long is the studio recording? Is the studio recording this long? Is it an 8-minute long song in the studio recording? Because I feel like they could have cut about 30 seconds off here and 30 seconds off here and a minute here, and we probably could have had about a 5.5 to 6 minute long song. Would have been a lot easier to stomach, especially considering the fact that the live show was, from a visual standpoint, the live show was lackluster. Stage presence, yeah, I'll give them the stage presence. Stage energy, none. Except for the drummer. The drummer was back there putting in work, but everybody else was just kind of standing there. Stage interaction, none. Nobody on stage interacted with each other at all. Crowd interaction, I think I saw some. I'm not 100% certain about that. No, wait, I take that back. There was one point where I saw the guitar player over on stage right, pointing out to the crowd, clapping his hands, pointing out to the crowd, clapping his hands. Okay, that's crowd interaction. I'll take it. It's not a lot, but I'll take it. Plus, you had the lead vocalist at the beginning, call out to the crowd. You guys doing okay? You guys doing all right? Let's get a wall of death going. Now, look. The wall of death, I would give that wall of death in all honesty. I feel good about that 3.6. Did that affect the score of this at all? No, that's the crowd. That has to do with the crowd. The crowd did a weak wall of death. Look, the lead vocalist did his best. He called for one. But that was a pretty weak looking wall of death. So that didn't have any bearing on the score whatsoever. I'm glad he called for it. It was fun to see him do that. It's just the execution was anyway, but it didn't affect the score at all. So okay, crowd interaction, we'll give it that. we'll check that box. Okay. Production. You call blue backlighting and cryo and smoke. I mean, yeah, cryo and smoke is production. So I guess we'll give it to them as bonus points. And they need every bonus points they can get. But no stage interaction at all. No stage energy at all. They literally all just stood there except for the drummer. It wasn't a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, I was kind of bored with watching it. So when I closed my eyes, I didn't really care because I knew I wasn't missing anything anyway. So I was able to focus on the counting with guilt-free. So yeah, the length of the song was a bit of an issue, and the lack of performance was also a bit of an issue as well, especially considering how long the song was. No, but overall, you take everything, you average everything against each other, you measure everything up against each other, you stack it up against each other, and we're getting a 6.2. You know, we're still in the positives. You know, is it a 9? No, but at the same time, we're not down in the 1s and 2s either. So it's getting a pretty good rating overall. So I feel good with that score, and that is where we're going to stay. So let's wrap this up in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We got a 6.2, which is a pretty good scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B- letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.